Well folks, it is an absolutely glorious day today. Sun is shining, sky is blue, and it's a high teens temperature. It must be about 18-19 degrees. And all is well with the world. Now whether it's a good fishing day or not remains to be seen, but it's certainly a fine day to be out. And given how awful the spring has been this year, it's just such a treat to get a nice day now and again. As you can probably see, the countryside is blooming. These fields of oilseed really are a cheery sight at this time of the year. So anyway, I'm down to fish a stretch of the river, the local river. I haven't fished this year yet. I say I don't know if it's going to be a good fishing day or not, but it's certainly a good day to be out. So I will see you when I get down to the water. Well, it must be summertime because the cows are back out in this field and all the electric fences are back on again. And the farmer has reconfigured the fence at the point where we used to cross. Reconfigured it since last year. So it hasn't really made it much more difficult, but it's slightly trickier to get past. So the river, as you can see, I'm in the middle of it at the moment, crossing over, is dropping rapidly. So I'm going to head on down to an old reliable pool just down around here a wee bit and see how it goes. There's a large herd of cows in the field here. Hopefully they'll stay lying down. That big one looks like it might be a bull actually. But generally they're not too much trouble. The biggest problem tends to be they're curious beasts and they see you heading for the water and they head over to see what you're doing. There's always a chance of catching one of them in the back cast, but hopefully they'll stay where they are. Just across there in the trees, it's the ancient Hatton Mill. It's got a long history, but sadly the last couple of winters have not been kind to it. Now what's this in the pool here? Mallards. Bleeding mallards. Oh well, that'll be that pool screwed. Cows are eyeing me up suspiciously. Yeah, that's Hatton Mill over there. I'll try to include some drone footage in the introduction. It's quite an interesting building. As I say, with a long history, multiple uses. It's been a corn mill, a flax mill. These old places really fascinate me. Local people used to earn their living in places like that. And it's something that's just gone. Well, there's a bit of a downstream breeze and absolutely no sign of any fish moving. I don't really want to fish nymphs, so I'm going to just fish up into the streamy water here with a dry, see if I can pull something up, by which time the pool below me may have had a chance to recover from the mallard invasion, and we might get a fish or two there, we'll see. We'll fish up here quickly anyway. I'm just fishing with two dries, a size 12 Hilkier caddis on the tail and a smaller olive dun pattern on a dropper, and that's purely to make it easier for me to see what's happening. I'm afraid the age and eyes are not as sharp as they used to be. It's a lovely run, this. It's made even more bonny, or bonnier, by the oilseed rape in the background. It's just everything's so bright and cheerful looking today. It's amazing how a blink of sunshine just lifts everyone's moods. I was speaking to a couple of farm guys up there, having a bit of a joke with them. And you just know if it had been a grey, miserable day, it wouldn't have been such a friendly, enjoyable conversation. Just say I might have been better fishing with nymphs today, but I really don't want the nymph, especially with the water getting as low as it is. But hell, who knows, it might come to that yet. Oh, I just saw a fish rise, a tiny thing I think it was, opposite that big clump of nettles or whatever it is, just upstream of me, a couple of rod lengths. So we never know. Even a sprat would be welcome. Yeah, it's one of these good to be alive days. Getting towards the hot spot now. That fish was in about there. These fish are obviously not reading the same books as I am. According to the books I read, I should be catching that fish. It rose, I covered it, I catch it. So, they're obviously uneducated fish in here. They don't read books. Nothing new in. Oh, rising and missed it. It was a bit of a half-hearted take actually. It's amazing how quickly the river level is dropping now. That fish is taking the mickey, it just rose again. I think it's just a salmon par or something. Yeah, this is a lovely run. Oh! Sloshing take, which I missed. I think I'm getting too old for this. The reactions are just not what they used to be. Not that they were ever that brilliant to start with. They're hardly likely to get sharper as I get older. Nope. Okay, I'll try checking the pool out, the mallards pool out again and see what's happening there. Right, I just noticed two fish rise in the mallards pool. It's kind of glassy and slow moving. I don't know if I'll be able to get a cast of them without spooking them. I'll get below them and just wait for them to rise again. The pool is so silty and shallow. There's a fish rising quite steadily up here in the really glassy water. But as I say, whether I'll be able to get near it is another matter. I don't think it's very big. I think I just saw it there. It's a sprat. or rather a bandy. Yeah, it's rising quite steadily. It looks like it might be nymphing that fish actually. But we'll give it a go anyhow. Yeah, so it rose again. I just saw its back there. So much disturbance. It hasn't risen again, so maybe I have put it down. Difficult water. Nope. Yeah, there are more small fish rising further up the pool now. Right, I'll have a few more casts up over the water where I saw the fish rising earlier, and then I'll move upstream. Yeah, it's another fish just rose there. They don't seem to be too interested in my offerings. I don't think they're very big. It's amazing how desirable a small, I missed that one. Amazing how desirable a small fish can become when there's nothing doing. Yeah, that went for the small fly I have on, the size 16 done. My goodness, it's warm. It's a long time since I've said that. Right, I'll try upstream a wee bit. I might come back down here again and nymph this later on, I'll see. Maybe not. Well, the untrampled vegetation suggests to me that no one has been down here recently, or in fact for quite a long time. This pool looks like it's changed massively again since last year. Every year you come down here, it's different. These gravels tend to shift around. Oh, I just saw a fish rising in the deep part of the pool. See about getting into position here. I'll try a few casts in the slack part of this pool from the kneeling position. These swarms of tiny flies, they've got an almost hypnotic effect. Kind of surreal. Obviously there's a back eddy here and my fly is floating upstream. Right, I'll try a bit further up the pool. I think I can see a fish moving just to the left of this tongue of fast water. That's quite a difficult bit to cover actually. Only got a very short drift. There we go. All that trouble for a 6-inch trout. My God, it's a pretty wee fish, but my God, it's small. And away you go. Right, try that again. Downstream wind's really catching the leader and pushing it back, which is a bit of a bummer. Just spotted another fish rising up here, just to the left of this tongue of fast water. Oh, I just saw fish rising in this slack water here. Again, it didn't look very big. Whoa, that's a better one. I must admit, I didn't expect to get anything in there. I'm saying it's a better one, it's still a sprat. Good fighting sprat. Yeah, it's maybe, I don't know, 6 ounces. Maybe it's not half a pound. Lovely fish though. Away it goes. And that was on the size 16 done again. That downstream wind is really irritating. It's catching the flies in the leader and pushing them back. Yeah, I think I've spooked it. Spooked the pool. It's quite a difficult little pool to fish this actually. Right, we'll try up a bit. Right, I'll wade up here a bit, see if I can see anything. It's a nice stretch of water, but it's a lot shallower than it looks from here. Absolutely infested with minnows. Tens and tens of thousands of minnows in massive shoals. I often wonder what they do when you get these big spates, these tiny fish. Why don't they all get washed away? The water's only inches deep here. I hate to say it, but we need some rain. Once the farmers start pumping the water out to irrigate the potatoes, it's going to be in a sorry state again, and that will start in June. Now this is a nice looking bit of water, although I don't see anything rising. A few casts, speculative casts anyhow. downstream wind is so annoying. Nope, not that sausage. Oh, there we go. One out of the blue. So it just shows, it just goes to prove it's always worth covering lightly looking water even though you don't see any fish. Yeah, another pretty little trout, emphasis being on little. There you go. Right, I'll have a couple more casts in here. Right, it's another pool that's changed quite a bit since last year. It looks like promising upside that tree on the other side, but a few casts anyway. Oh, that was a good rise. Completely missed it. Kind of chancing my arm here, so I cast too close to that tree on the other side. That was another wee one and it's gone. I think these are just wee fish. I thought that might happen. It was just a matter of time. I have a few casts in here. I saw some fish rising in this pool when I was approaching it. It was these swallows or martins or whatever they are, dipping in and having a drink. This pool has changed massively since last year. The farmer has removed the huge, oh I got an offer there and I missed it, the huge willow tree that used to overhang it. You can see the remnants of it there. I guess it'll sprout out from the bottom again. It's certainly made the pool easier to fish. Whether it's improved the pool or not is another matter. That downstream wind is a blooming nuisance. It's a bit of a cast. Right, I'll try up in the streamier water. It's sinking in dangerously here. But yeah, I would say the removal of that willow, it looks like it's actually improved this pool. But time will tell. There's plenty of fresh growth coming from the bottom of it. So it'll probably grow into a substantial shrub. It's a nice deep run, this. Right, I'll try around the corner. Right, let's have a crack in here. It's interesting fishing the same river year after year after year, because you see all the changes that happen. How pools change subtly, or not so subtly. This one's changed quite subtly, I think. The currents seem to be slightly different in it. Fish usually lie up that edge. Wind is really getting to be a nuisance now, unfortunately. Would probably be better on the nymph, to be honest with you. Not much, well, there's no surface activity now. But I'll fish the pool out and then probably just call it a day. That's a grey wagtail over there. It's certainly finding plenty of flies to eat. Visibility's bad now, I can hardly see the fly. So I think I'll probably just call it a day at that, guys. It's not been the most productive session. I've had one or two fish and it was fine to get out. The weather was absolutely beautiful to start with, although it appears now to be deteriorating again. But yeah, we'll call it a day at that. If you've stuck with me this long, thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Bye for now.